has a total of 10 rail trails, also called multi-use trails. All of these trails have a few things in common, first being that they are all former railroads, which have been decommissioned and had their tracks removed, leaving only the gravel railroad bed. These railroad beds are perfect for multiple outdoor activities, including hiking, biking, snowmobiling, ATVing, horseback riding, and yes, even motorcycling. The shortest trail, the Kennebec River Trail, is 6.5 miles, and the longest, at 87 miles, is the Down East Sunrise Trail. Today, I'm traveling the Four Seasons Adventure Trail, which runs 30 miles from Newport to Dover-Foxcroft. This trail is part of ITS 85, connects many of the local ATV trails, and, for the most part, is in great condition. Minimal potholes and only a few miles of loose sand make for a relaxing ride, and it's a good length, at about 2 hours round trip. There's also a pretty good place to stop for lunch at the end. All in all, this is one of my favorite easy trails. It may not be that interesting or challenging, but it is still a great ride. When on a multi-use trail, you will encounter many different people enjoying the trail in a variety of ways. Horses are a bit of a wild card. You never know how they'll react to a motorcycle. They can very easily get spooked and behave unpredictably. The best thing to do is to pull over, shut off your engine, and wait for them to pass. That way, they won't get intimidated by the amount of horsepower you have. Now seems like a good time to talk about a few mods that I've done to the rally this year. First, I upgraded the rear shock with the YSS shock from Biker's Bits. I've had the opportunity to use it on a camping trip, and now a trail ride, and I can say that I have no complaints. I'm no suspension expert, but the extra preload means that I can load up all my camping gear with limited amount of sag in the suspension. I no longer have to worry about it falling over when on the kickstand because it sags so much. It also feels good on the trail, doesn't bottom out over whoops, and maintains a lot of the plush comfort that the original shock had. Overall, I'm really happy with the upgrade. I also upgraded the bash plate with an aluminum one from SRC Moto. I like the way it fits under the fairing so it doesn't change the look of the bike. I'm not sure I'd even notice it if I didn't know it was there. Its construction seems solid, and I'm sure it will do its job for years to come. I think that heated hand grips are a must on any motorcycle, and I'll continue to add them to any bike that I have. I like the Oxford grips because I like the controller, and they have a feature that detects when the bike is running, and will automatically shut off the grips when the bike is off to prevent draining the battery. But anyway, now it's back to the ride. This is the Piscataquis River, which is a major tributary of the Penobscot River. Crossing it means that I'm now in Dover-Foxcroft, and it's time for lunch. I'm going to the Bear's Den, which is a restaurant, lounge, and hotel with cabins for rent. It is literally on ITS 82, making it a very popular spot in peak ATV and snowmobile seasons. Today, they weren't that busy, and I had a great lunch in a reasonable amount of time.